We're back with a major breakthrough on a critical piece of legislation. After a months-long impasse, lawmakers have finally agreed on a mammoth new farm bill. It's a nearly $900 billion measure that provides billions in subsidies to farmers, helps them afford crop insurance. It funds a program that promotes local farmers markets and another to train future farmers. In addition, it provides some funds to fight the opioid crisis in rural America and funds to improve broadband in rural areas. Some forestry management, most significantly, actually, it funds the food stamp program used by about 40 million American families. Here to talk, here's President Trump, first of all, talking about it in the last hour.
The Farm Bill is moving along nicely, and I guess they'll be voting on Friday or so, but pretty close. Soon. And we think the Farm Bill is in very good shape. A lot of good things are happening with it, and our farmers are well taken care of. And again, that'll be quite bipartisan, and it'll happen pretty soon.
All right, joining me live now is Republican Senator John Hoeven of North Dakota. He's a member of the Senate Agriculture Committee. Senator, thank you for being with us today.
Good to be with you, Ali.
You worked on this bill. Your state is a leading farming and ranching state. Look, farmers often get some subsidies out of the farm bill, between $5 and $8 billion, depending on the year. I think it's going to be bigger this time around because a number of these farmers have been hurt by tariffs and trade wars around the world. Tell me specifically how this bill helps farmers who've been affected.
Well, first thing is important to note that a good farm bill is good for every single American because we have the highest quality, lowest cost food supply in the world, thanks to our farmers and ranchers. So it really benefits every American every single day. And what we did is we built on the strengths in the current farm bill, made some improvements. I think we've got a stronger bill, starts with crop insurance and the countercyclical safety net. But it's a good bill for our farmers and ranchers.
All right. One of the criticisms, I think a lot of people understand that farmers require these subsidies, and in some cases, when times are tough, particularly family farms, they operate on very thin margins. And so when there's a trade war going on, there are some farmers who are not going to be able to hold on without an increase in subsidies. But there's something in this bill that sort of expands the subsidies that people can get to slightly distant family members, cousins and nephews and nieces. What was that about?
Really about, again, strengthening and helping the family farm. You know, these are pretty sophisticated operations nowadays when you talk about a family farm, and they have to be competitive. So it just added some of the family members, nephews and nieces as part of a family unit.
This bill that passed looks a lot more like the Senate bill that was passed than the House bill. What I think a lot of people don't realize is that so much of the money in a farm bill is for SNAP, the Supplementary Nutrition Assistance Program, or food stamps. That was going to be the death knell of this bill. Somehow we managed to get past that. Are you satisfied that SNAP's not getting cut in this bill, and that's okay? You're gonna vote for it?
Yeah, it's not getting cut. What the issue was is enforcing the work requirements. So people who are able to work are either getting training or working. And so there were different versions in the House and Senate. And what we did is we brought in USDA, the Department of Ag. I want to give Sonny Perdue, Secretary Perdue, a lot of credit. And he is helping us enforce those work requirements in a way that was able to bring people together.
Senator, I want to ask you, because this is such an important bill, and as you said, the farm bill should be important to every American. I think too many of us in cities don't really pay attention to where our food comes from. So that's great. And that was an example, after months and months of struggling, of a bill that's going to go forward, as the president said, with bipartisan support. The Agriculture Secretary supports it. You got Democratic support in this thing. It stands in sharp contrast to what we just watched at the top of our show that went on in the Oval Office. Give me your characterization of the next couple of years in Congress and how you're going to succeed in actually getting bills done.
Well, we've got to find ways to work together, and I think the Farm Bill is really a good example. We've talked about the strengths. We've talked about why it works. There are other aspects, too. Remember, it's counter-cyclical, so it provides help to those farmers and ranchers when they need it, but not when they don't. So, again, it's back to what best serves the American people on these important issues, and that's how we all have to look at it.
Senator John Hoeven, a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for joining us here on MSNBC.
Thanks, Sally.
Senator John Hoeven of North Dakota. Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.